Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Makerspace with AriesEDC. Please make sure you have subscribed to the channel and you've hit that thumbs up button. That helps us all out. So thank you very much. Let's see who's all here. I hope you're all having a great day. Having a good Sunday. Oh, here we go with the thumbs up already. Do I have that on? Yeah, I guess I do have that on. Okay, very cool. I guess we're going to play with the reactions. I'm going to apologize ahead of time that I am completely exhausted. House renovations are completely kicking my butt, but I'm going to get through. And I have a lot to share with you guys of the big drop going on this week with the Thorns. And I want to show those all off to you guys, and we'll talk all about them and what is available. So let's get into it. So I hope you guys are having a good one. Henry G, what's going on? Marco, what's going on? Marco, Dana, hello, hello, welcome in. Ground Fog, hello, hello. Tim B, moderator. What's going on, Tim B? I hope you are doing well. Jim Miller, moderator and channel member. What's going on, Jim? Kelly's Mishmash. What's going on, channel member and moderator? Kelly, I hope you're having a good evening. Oh, I did carry today in honor of you and Brian and B Shady. Oh, well, we'll learn about that here in a second. Trouble Bunny, what's going on, channel member? I haven't seen you in a bit. Good to see you. Rory, I saw, and it looks like you did a really good job tying that lanyard. So good job, Rory. You got your Kubi Bloom. That is awesome. Yeah, there you go. Very stinking cool. Sean Batts in the house. What's going on, Sean? Hope you are doing well. Oh no, my honeydews are just getting started. We'll talk a little bit about it. But so the flooring upstairs is almost all done. We have one more room to do and a small little hallway. So we just got to go into the hallway and into that room. And then we're done. And we're probably going to do that Saturday. And then we have to finish our bathroom, which just got completely redone. So we have to finish the final touch-ups on that. And yeah, hopefully I'll be done because I am absolutely exhausted. Donnie Bless, what is up, man? I hope you are doing well. Robert Feely, channel member. What's going on, Robert? Hope you are doing well. Byron Kennedy, splitting slices in the house. What's going on, Byron? I hope you are doing well. Staying busy, I am sure. Big shout out to Byron because Byron helped make my December meetup happen. And I'm hoping he might be able to get free, but I know that wasn't going to be able to happen. But hopefully you can still make it down, or we'll try. But yeah, thanks to Byron. So salute to you, Byron, man. Thank you so much for being helpful for that. Let's see who else. Did I miss anybody? Nope. I think that is everybody. All right. So, why don't we start off and just do some quick pocket checks with you guys today. I will show off mine while I'm waiting for you guys to give me your pocket check. First of all, in the pocket, I had the Azusa or Arizona AZUSA Eldorado. This thing is pretty stinking cool. Vanax, that huge jimping, the blue micarta, the nice clip on that thing, very interesting shape, really cool blade. So I have that. I was carrying that in the pocket, and I need to do the review on this very soon for you guys and get that out probably in the next couple weeks. But I had that in the pocket. That thing is awesome. I really wish I'd purchased one when they had the deal going. I don't know if they have them available right now. They're not on their website. But at the time, they had this, which is a Vanax steel blade. And if you purchase one of these for just around $100, under $100, you got another one of their knives free. What? It's ridiculous. So cool. Jim, you're waiting for one. You got one? Man, congrats on that. This thing is, it's pretty stinking cool. That choke up position is good. And after playing with it today, my unboxing will make absolutely no sense. But I'm going to leave it. It makes no sense. You'll see it when you see the unboxing. But yeah, this thing is pretty stinking cool. Pretty cool. Thumb studs are good. And everything is the Coachies. You're right, Tim B. Yes, they were giving away a Coachies for free. What? That's crazy. Also in the back pocket today, I had this, the TRM Bulldog with the carbon fiber scales that TRM was nice enough to send me so I can swap them out. I have the orange G10, but I really love these. And I don't see any reason why I need to get rid of them. But yeah, these are pretty stinking cool. And then on the belt today was this, the TRM Tagalong. And that is what my carry was. And I did not share any pictures of that today because I just had too many things going on. Too many things. Trouble Bunny had a Devo nip in the pocket and a pink Reich hummingbird on the neck today. Pink Olight i3T. Awesome carry. He went all nice in pink today. That's cool. The Coachies. Yep. i3T. I got it. I knew which one you were talking about. I said it right, at least. Urban Woodsman, what's going on, man? How are you? Oh, what did you have, Jim? The Winter Blade X Folder in purple. Purple crystallized titanium. Traditional pocket knife, sugar maple jack. Awesome. And a Wade knife and tool manifold. Ooh, that's a great carry, Jim. Great carry. My black micarta and my Ultim Blooms, carried them both today. I was getting the Ultim Bloom changed over pics on Instagram. Yep. We saw those. I saw those, Rory. Awesome. Thank you so much for getting those. I checked about an hour ago, and White Mountain Knives is again sold out on the Blooms. I'm looking for mine. They are sold out on the Blooms again. So they had blue ones for a little while, but now the blue ones are now sold out again. So that's really cool that White Mountain Knives keeps selling out on the Blooms, guys. They keep selling out. That's pretty stinking cool. Excuse me. Sorry if I missed anything. Doing dishes and getting lemonade to drink. Ooh, lemonade. That sounds delicious. Bluminati Ninja in the house. What's going on, Blue? Hope you are doing well. You ordered a Neutron 2. Hello, Baptism, by the way. Ordered a Neutron 2 in Magna Cut with lizard tie scales. Oh, yeah. That the Neutron is really a grail knife for me. Don't get me wrong. They sent me the Bulldog, and I am super happy with the Bulldog. But the liner lock Neutron 2s that I have seen and handled, they've just been so good. They were so thin, so slicey, and just amazing. But TRM makes such amazing products. That is for sure. Even this tag along. I mean, I was scared when I got to tag along with the leather sheath set up this way to scout carry that it was going to fall out or I was going to have issues with it because it's like Kydex will hold it in and leather, but that's not going to come out. It does take some effort to pull that blade out. It doesn't come out because they have that wet molded sheath. And it's done very well. So you can see, well, let me pull it the other way. You can see how they wet molded it right here. And it's not going anywhere. So I scout carry that and I don't have to worry about it. But man, TRM does such a good job. I love their stuff. I got your back. Absolutely got your back. Getting used to that action on the winter blade coat. Yeah. You got to get used to it. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it. But once you get it, then you're like, oh yeah, man. You carried your Leatherman sidekick today. Awesome, Robert. Alex Kerber, welcome in, welcome in. You had the Wesser Fixie. I've heard of that thing. Gecko Customs Pictus and the EMP-EDC Pulse. Oh, yeah, that Pulse is pretty awesome, man. Good carry. Nice carry. Got my snapback today, Blue. Oh, got a snapback today. Definitely staying busy, starting a deck and a fence project for the toughest but most loving. Because there you go. There, you can't go wrong with that, Byron, right? You can't go wrong with it. Didn't leave the house, but I had my MC Kunwu Excalibur out. Oh, that's good. That looks awesome. I would love to get one in hand, Blade Shooter, and welcome in. Welcome in. Kelly's Mishmash got the UTEC EFD, the Civivi Wiren, DEFCON number you can't remember, and a Wixco Vortex. Yeah, I saw the picture on Instagram. That was an awesome carry. I really like the Vortex, man. Wixco and Ferrum Forge. Wixco is the budget brand for Ferrum Forge, if you guys didn't know. And both are just absolutely killer. I mean, the Wixco that I've had and the Ferrum Forge, or the Ferrum Forge, the Ferrum Monster that I've had have been absolutely awesome. Really good stuff. Thank you, Kelly. Joseph S., what's going on, Joseph? How are you? Hope you're having a good evening. Cheeto Bite. What's up, Cheeto Bite? What's up, Cheeto? Yes, Cheeto's in the house. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? The X is nothing like the other Winter Blades. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know I've only handled the Factor. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, I've only handled the Factor. But I know that X is a little bit different than everything else. That's for sure. No carry, but was lasering image into my Chronos Brazen by Civivi. That's awesome, Blue. And you must not have left the house if you didn't carry anything. Have you taken the thumb studs off that Wixco to see how the thumb? No, I haven't. Because I use the thumb studs, so I haven't taken them off. I kind of use the thumb studs more than I use the hole. I mean, you don't need the thumb studs because the hole is there, but I've just never taken them off. I mean, you can take them off pretty easy. It looks like a T10, no, T8 probably would get them off, but no, I've never taken them off. Magnets, how do they work? Yeah, no. Your carry was off-grid knives Ridgeback, Scandy Grind, Fixie, and a Rough Rider Reserve Longfellow. Heck yeah. Good stuff, Byron. Good stuff. Man, you guys got some really good carries. Really good carries. I am jealous of a lot of your guys' carry, man. A lot of your guys' carry. I got a ton of knives here to do reviews on, which is awesome. And a lot of knives to get back out to get worked on or to just move to the next person. But I'd be curious what the action would be like, the difference it makes. I don't think it's going to make the difference. It's just your access to the hole versus just using the thumb stud. The action's going to be the same. You're just using the hole instead of the studs. So I think it's tomatoes. I think it's basically the same. They're so good and they're so easy to flip that studs, hole, I think it's going to be absolutely the same. So it's whatever your flavor is. Got the RMX Blackout Limited yesterday. That's cool, Baptism. That is awesome. Man, you guys got some really cool stuff. I am waiting. I am getting a Flightanium knife tomorrow. I should be getting a Flightanium knife. So Monday, I won this from KC. This is the Flightanium Concourse. And I have really been loving the Flightanium products. The arcade, every arcade that I've handled has been excellent. So I have an arcade coming tomorrow. I got the budget one, the arcade light, the blue one with the black DLC blade, and that one is coming tomorrow, and I will share it with you. But I did get this from KC. Thank you, KC. I did win this. This thing, I mean, I am really happy with that, you know, and I think I'm going to keep this around for a little while. It's a front flipper, which isn't necessarily my favorite, but it does have the thumb studs, which are very easily manipulated. It is a frame lock, and it is awesome. Yeah, it's a really cool win. I really like that blade shape, how thin it is. It's a nice size. It's not too big, not too small, but what an excellent win. Got some nice jimping there on the spine, and they did a really good job with it. Frame lock, and I haven't had any issues. This thing is just snappy at it all. I don't remember the blade steel on this. I don't remember. It doesn't say on the box either. Oh, 14C. So 14C and probably aluminum or steel. I don't know what I don't think it's titanium for the price that they do. Forget tomatoes. I prefer potatoes. Nice. Nice. Flightanium. Yes, Flightanium. It's okay. What's up, Dylan? Dylan Mallory in the house. I say yes with your Instagram thing. I would love to see what you're doing. I'm going to have to get you on the makerspace now, because now you're a maker. You're becoming a maker. No, you're not becoming, you are. So what's up? I'm going to have to get you on. I'll have to send you the invite. I love the silly knives Flightanium makes for knife shows. That knife they made with the climbing trigger was awesome. I missed that. I didn't see that. Well, I just did it I took it from somebody else. So yeah. It just makes sense. If you make a template, then you can just reuse the knife as many times as you want. And then you end up with a drawer like this full of templates. And that's not even all of them. It's a thing. It's a thing. But people have made it out of wood. People have made it out of different like acrylics that you can cut and do like clear ones, which help. You can 3D print them if you have a 3D printer. Like I have this acrylic Yokdo. So I have the Yokdo in acrylic, which I could use, which is really cool. So, there's different ways to do it. The wood is easy. The wood is just easy to work with. It's just totally easy to work with. I like templates with scales on them. Yes. Yes, we know. Oh, no. We know. That's an example. Just a quick example. Yeah. Yeah, it does give you a better sense of ergos, I guess. But it also, I don't like getting locked into handle thicknesses and that. I don't like getting locked into that. I want to be able to have a flow with that. And I can just tell, just with the blade shape and everything else, how attaching handles is going to do it. And then when I'm laying everything out, it's easier when I don't have handle scales attached to it, because then I can get it flat on the steel so that I can get a nice flat measurement around. When you have the scales on it, it lifts it up and it's not easy to mark. So I like the wood to be flat so I can do that. So that's why I like not to have scales on my templates. Plus, every time I do scales, it's going to be a little different. They're always going to be a little bit different. That's, I'm not a production company. I can't recreate the same thing over and over and over again. I have 7 knives sitting in front of me. All the Thorns I want to share with you guys. The Thorns are all going to be available this week, but each one's a little bit different. So yes. I mean, I took the original one apart anyway, but it's there. So anyway, what do you guys want to see first? Do you want me to talk to you guys about knives that I have in on the channel, or do you want to talk about the Thorns? Or do you want to see the Kubi Thorn? I guess I can lump that all together because I think that picture's gone around. It got shown off at Casey. It got shown off everything else. Nothing in my shorts today, but my T-Kel Piranha as a neck knife and 2 fixies next to me. The quiet carry. Oh man, that new quiet carry is awesome. I love that thing. And a new breed Clydesdale. You got the concept Clydesdale fixed blade. That's awesome, Brian. That thing looked killer. That thing absolutely looks killer. And that new quiet carry fixed blade, man, that thing is stinking awesome. What's it called? I gotta look it up. Quiet carry knives. Oh no, what happened? Ocean environments. Okay, not ocean environments. Everyday carry. The Wadi. Yeah, let's look at this sucker. Hold on, let me look. I want to share this. Let's look at this. Boom. Check that thing out. That thing is pretty stinking cool. They got a couple different ones. Let's look at this one. Yeah, that thing is awesome. And Vanax. What's the handle material on that? Does it say? Machined micarta. So you have micarta. The blade length is only 2.5 inches, and overall it's only 5.6 inches. So that thing is pretty small, actually. And it has a leather slip. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, look at that. So it's a very small little fixed blade by Quiet Carry. They do really great stuff. So that's cool. That is awesome. Great carry, Brian. Great carry. You want to see the Thorns? Everybody says Thorns. What were the scales you're putting on the rock hoppers again? My rock hoppers? I'm doing the Mexican blanket. I'm doing that stuff. I'm going to try. I'm excited to see the rock hoppers get done. Yeah, so am I. I haven't even touched any of that. I have not touched any in November, December because I've been focusing on getting the Thorns done, and I finally got them all done. Yeah. Oh, mama. Yeah, that thing is nice, right? That thing is pretty awesome. It's perfect. Yeah. I'm assuming you guys are talking about the quiet carriers. I'm getting caught up. Yep. Check out Kelly's Mishmash and Urban Woodsman's channel here on YouTube. They're doing pretty cool content. Yeah, you did. I need to check that out, Kelly, because that thing is pretty awesome. When they announced they're releasing that, I was like, oh man, I'm a big fan of what Quiet Carry does, especially for work and everything. Being, I'm looking for a steel that is very stainless, has really good anti-corrosive materials. and that thing is awesome. So yeah, the Mexican blanket is going to be sick. Yep. I'm doing a bunch of GL Hansen's Sons stuff over the next couple months. So it'll be pretty stinking cool. I'm waiting. Gonna do that. I can has Baja knife. Yep. Thank you, Kelly, for dropping Urban Woodsman's channel. So make sure you're checking out him. All right. So let's talk about Thorns. I saw a couple of votes for the Thorns. I've been working diligently on trying to finish all the Thorns. I did 7 Thorns for this month, and they are all going to be available Wednesday, the 29th, 5 p.m. Eastern time on my Etsy store. So all the Thorns, which I'm about to share with you guys, are all going to be available October 29th on my Etsy store, 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that is my goal. So I'm going to be dropping all of them there and do that. So Baptism, what's going on? Or you might be talking to the other Scott. Sorry. My tabletop grill station is almost done. We'll do a short video on the build. That's awesome. Yeah, drawers and doors are always the worst to do. The pizza guy's channel. That pizza guy. Yeah, check out Byron channel, and who else in here has a channel? I don't know. I can't keep track of everybody's channel. When will the Baja blanket handles be available? I don't know, Baptism. I haven't started the rock hoppers. There's going to be 2 rock hoppers with that handle material that I just held up. Sorry. I got to remember. There'll be 2 rock hoppers. They sometime November, December, depends with heat treating and everything else. I'm hoping tomorrow I can get out and start grinding some of those blades out, the stainless stuff, so I can get it sent off for heat treat. We'll see. We will see. Oh, yep. War Room EDC's channel. That's awesome. Kelly dropping all the links. That's awesome. Yeah, windows, drawers, doors. Those things are all a real pain in the butt. Yeah, if we missed your channel, let Kelly know. She'll drop the link in the chat. We want to get everybody. Bob wants Baja Rock Hopper. There'll be 2 of them. There'll be 2 of them. I'm not going to hold up my fingers anymore because it just keeps doing that. But what's funny is between high school and college, I worked for a dozen pizza companies making pies. So yeah, pizza guy. That's why you're a professional at making sure, the slices are done right. Like tweaking peas, Yes. It's all for love, right, Kelly? If she's not picking on you, she probably doesn't like you. That's how it is in my family anyway. Steve L, what's going on? Hello. James McCann, what's going on? Yeah, subscribe to Bit Splitting Slices, Warm Room, Kelly, Urban, all those people. All right. Thorns. The Thorns are all done. It has, I don't know why this was such a big job to get all the Thorns done. But it was. But I got them all done. So we have the 380 CRV2 with the Turbo Glow Carbon Waves handle materials. And if you haven't seen the pictures, these things glow like crazy. So this one and the yellow one. So that's the green one. We have the yellow one. And these 2 glow. They don't grow. They glow like crazy. These 2 just are lights in the dark. Once they get lit up, they are just lights in the dark. They have a belt finish, an 80 CRV2. And they turned out pretty stinking good. I like the way that they came out. This was the first time I did grinding post heat treat on ADC RV2, and they turned out pretty good. So that might be something that I continue to do moving forward with my carbon steel blades. And then the last is the purple one, which does glow in the dark, but it's just not as bright as the green and the yellow. You can get it to glow if you put it in the sunlight or under UV light or charge it with like a pretty strong flashlight, but it has a very dull glow. It's very difficult to get the purple to glow. So I'm just being honest with you guys. And even the people over at Carbon Waves, I showed a picture of this glowing and they're like, holy cow, you got the purple to glow. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I had to cheat a little bit, but I did get the purple to glow. So they are all nice thin handles, 3 fingers on all of them. And all of them are going to be $175 on the Etsy store. So these 3, the purple, the yellow, and the green, are all going to be $175 on the Etsy store. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I tried to make it a little bit budget friendly with the ADC RV2 blades, but you know, I'm just doing my best with those. So those are the 3 ADC RV2 options. Then we have the AEB-L stainless options, which are going to be a little bit more expensive just because they're all in camo carbon, which is a pretty expensive material. Thanks, Scott N. James McCann. Yeah, the glow is pretty awesome. They need to grow in my pocket. Yeah, sorry about that. Those look good in daylight too. Yeah, Jim, that's the thing is I tried to pick the glow colors that look good during the day too. The blue, the yellow, the green, the purple, they look good even when they're not glowing because let's be honest, 90% of the time you're going to have them during light hours and they're not even going to need to glow. It's just kind of a fun thing. Like I've showed pictures of, I turn all the lights off in this room. It's like, oh, where are those knives? Oh, they're right there. It doesn't take much to find them because they're just glowing under the light that is in this room without even being charged up. So, oh, you have the blue one? Yep, the blue glows fairly well. Not as better than the purple, but not as good as the other colors. So, green and yellow always glow better than darker colors. Yep, absolutely. Matt Maurer, what's going on? No, not all 3. Each, yes, each of them will be that. That's how much they will be. Yeah, yeah, indeed, exactly. Jim's Nightwood and Club can finally take off now. Yeah, nice. That picture of the glow dust in your shop was wild. Yeah, that you got it when you're working the material and you're just flinging the dust everywhere. And then just because the lights in the shop, you turn all the lights off and that's just how it glows. And then you'll try to clean it. And then for the next month, I'll go out there and find really fine layer of glow material somewhere in the shop. It's funny. Talk AEB-L to me. All right, Bob, let's talk AEB-L. So let's start with Jim Miller's favorite, probably. These are all the AEB-L. So they all have black sheaths and they all have a hand satin finish. So they're all going to have a hand satin finish. And this is the black pearl camo carbon. So black pearl camo carbon came out really cool. And it looks really, really nice. So, yep. So these are all going to be very thin. So nice and thin, 1/8-inch thick steel, but there is the black pearl looking good. And I think all of these, I'm looking at about 270, 275 with materials and everything. That's about where I need to be to sell all of the stainless off. So that is the black pearl. Yeah, I had a feeling that would have you, Jim. Yes. Jim Miller is a big fan of the black pearl camo carbon. That is for sure. But yep. So that's the black pearl one. And then next is the Galactic Green Space Weave Camo Carbon. So I know it's a lot to say, and I've done a couple knives in this. So Gareth's knife, the Cardinal XL, has this material, and it's basically like a shredded carbon fiber, but there's green embedded in it. And it's so difficult for me to try to show you guys where that green is. You can kind of see it in there. The cool thing about this material, and I learned this with somebody else's channel when they were trying to, they thought the whole thing glowed. But this handle material doesn't glow, but under a UV light, you can see all the green in there. So it's pretty cool. You can see all the green in there. And then we'll show off this side. See all the green. So in person, you can kind of see the underlying green hints in that handle. And it ends up looking really, it looks so much better in person. But again, really thin handle. It's just the material that I had. So I'm keeping it nice and thin. They are going to be little thin slicers is what they are going to be. That is for sure. Nice thin profile for you guys to carry. And I think they turned out really well. Next up is probably my favorite of the bunch is the Damtanium. I really love this camo carbon, the color combination with the blues and the purples. Really looks awesome. So that one looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can get a better light on this situation. There we go. That helps a little bit. But you got the blues, again, hand satin finish. And show off that side. So these all turned out pretty cool. So again, these are all different camo carbons, which is a US made product, and in AEB-L stainless steel. So they turned out pretty stinking good. So there's that. And then finally was this one. And it's the Brittany Blue Camo Carbon, which I have to apologize to Darkwater. I think when I was on DBD's live this weekend, he said, "Isn't that dark mode?" And I was like, well, I don't know. I think it's different, but it's the same. So I have my NAFS Lander 4, by the way, DSKFS to Chris Warris, because he gifted this to me. Really cool knife, but it has the Brittany Blue. Why is my camera not picking that color up? It has the Brittany Blue camo carbon in it. You can kind of see it there. And this is basically the same material. So it's like a dark mode camo carbon. And again, it is not picking up any of the color whatsoever. But, yep, so you can see it. So we got a hand satin finish on the blade. Now this material is a little bit thicker. So the Brittany Blue one is going to be a little bit thicker in the hand. Actually, where I would rather it to be a little bit more thick, but there it is. So we have all that is all of the Thorns. I'll second those. Kudos. Awesome. Thanks, Byron. I would like that black pearl. Aries Titanium Justin, what's going on? I hope you are sailing the seas of cheese. Absolutely. Rory loves his XL Cardinal with the black pearl handles and white glow liners and pins. That's awesome. Yeah, I know you have that one. Wicked nice. So cool. Kathleen! Hey, Kathleen! Moderator, hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. I'm not getting one. I already have a custom Thorn. Yep, he already has a Thorn. He has one of the original Thorns that I ever did, and I matched it to his rock hopper, so it is pretty cool for that. They're looking amazing. Thank you, Kathleen. Somebody has to help Kelly Mod. Roger Baker, what's going on? I'm having a rough weekend because I'm getting my butt kicked, but that's just with projects. Brittany Blue is the best. So Dana thinks the Brittany Blue is the best. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I don't know if I need to put more light or less light. Let's try a little bit more light to see if that'll pick up the blues in there. But yeah, got all the nice layering in there. And it has that dark mode kind of blue, Brittany Blue color in it. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So I tried to keep as much of it as I possibly could, but also make it nice and comfortable and rounded in the pocket so you get a good grip on it. So yeah, so that one turned out really cool. So now we have all 7 of the Thorns. We have the 4 AEB-L, and then you have the 3 ADCRV2. So we have those and those. So all of these are going to be hit the Etsy store, guys, Wednesday evening, the 29th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you favorited the Etsy store and you are available at that time. I'm hoping they sell quick. I'd like to get them moved. And then I'm going to jump on November, December builds here coming up very, very soon. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. The November, December stuff has been sitting there just teasing me because I've been trying to get to it. And just so you guys know, you do get an AriesEDC Thorn sticker with each one. I mean, that's worth it right there, right? You get this, you get the Thorn sticker. You got to get the sticker. So I'm going to give every one of those. You're going to get the Thorn sticker and an AriesEDC sticker. And then you got to go to the Etsy store and get yourself a Thorn shirt. You have to, right? You have to. You think the Brittany Blue is the best? Jim usually beats me to everything. Unusual for me to beat him to anything. Who is this Brittany Aries keeps mentioning? Oh, God. You need one of those lights that car painters use to see the actual color under the sun. Yeah, I probably do. It's so difficult to pick the color, especially this galactic green. I've done a handful of knives in that, and every time I do it, it's so hard to capture the essence of that color. You can see like a little bit of the green at the bottom there, but when you look at it in person, you can see it just under there wanting to come out. Oh, he usually is. So with that being said, who saw the pictures of the Kubi Thorn? Did anybody see pictures of the Kubi Thorn? I am super, super excited about that. On, what was it? Monday? It was Monday. Or no, it was like over the weekend, last weekend. Kubi reached out to me. Finally, after 4 months, Kubi reached out. I did nasty grind. Yeah, it's going to be pretty stinking cool. I'm going to show pictures of it here in a second. Yeah, thanks, Kathleen. I'm pretty excited about it. So after 4 months of not hearing anything, Kubi finally reached out and said the rock hoppers are all done, that they're just waiting for sheaths to get done. But they never sent me a picture of the rock hopper, which the rock hopper is going to be much different than my rock hopper. Well, not much different, but the handle is going to be a little bit different, and the way the blade is going to be a little bit different. But they haven't sent me a picture of the rock hopper, so I really want to know what the rock hopper looks like. And then they sent me a picture of the Thorns and said that they're getting their plunge grinds now, which means they're all getting ground out, and it looks like the handle materials have all been made. So the handles are there. They're just grinding all the blades, which are pretty cool. So I loved my pink Turbo Glow Thorn. I'd already ordered my sister's. She carried it around. Yeah, she got the pink one. I still have a little bit of that material left to do something. I love my Kubi Pioneer and DLC. So what does the Kubi have in store? Yeah. Well, I will show you. This is the Kubi Thorn. I know it's not a really great picture, but this is what they sent me. So I have to be happy with what they're doing. So Kubi sent me this picture, and I was kind of sharing it behind the scenes. I shared it on my Patreon page. I shared it individually with a couple people. And then all of a sudden, Kubi releases this picture. And I was like, okay, I didn't think this was ready to be shared. But okay, cool. So I guess it's okay for me to share it publicly. So here is the Kubi Thorn. Pretty sick grind. We have the nice swedge on top. That's going to give it a very unique look. This part right here on the handle is going to be able to pinch grip really well. So when you're pinch gripping, you're going to be able to get your fingers in that space. Notice there is no sharpening choil or anything like that. They just brought the full grind all the way to the heel of the blade. So that's going to be a little bit different than what I do. And the handle is a little bit longer than what I'm doing right now. But moving forward, the handles on the Thorns are going to be stretched out a little bit, that I do as well. It's a change that I did, a couple months ago. But all the Thorns that I just showed you guys are all the water jet blanks that I got done in January. So there you go. So what do you guys think of that? I'll leave that up. Swedges, right? Yeah. So they're added the swedges. Potato pitchers. Jimping. Yeah. And it looks like there is some jimping right here on top of the blade. So if you look, I can't zoom it in any more than what I've already done. Well, I guess I can. So you can see right here, there is some jimping right there on the spine. So there'll be a little bit of jimping back there. But yeah, looks pretty cool. This is blue micarta. I'm assuming they're going to do the same stuff like they always do. Black micarta, blue micarta, ultim. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Projectiles are sharp. What's going on? One Moon Collective. Hello, hello. Choil and jimping incoming. Well, yeah, the jimping is there, but if you guys, let me zoom in on the back of the blade. So the blade just comes all the way to the back. So it'll be a full grind or a full edge, and your finger will be in this area. So we'll see. I'm excited about it. It is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll see what they end up looking like. I think it'll be pretty stinking cool. How am I going to choke up? You're right on the blade. There's nowhere to choke up. Yeah, the blue micarta looks nice. So I'm assuming they'll do like a black micarta like they did on the blooms and ultim. I'm just assuming that's just me assuming, but you know what happens when you assume. You guys can finish that sentence on your own. I like it, but it feels very different than what you do. Your handles are polished and swedges are different. Yeah, my handles are, well, with my Carta, but I mean, the blooms were kind of the same. It's a production. I don't want it to look exactly like one of my customs. It's going to look different. So even the bloom, that's definitely not what I do on a handle, but it'll look pretty cool. I think they're going to turn out really well. I kind of want to show you guys the rock hopper. I can show you guys the design of the rock hopper, but it's kind of in a blueprint format. It's not in any kind of blade or anything, but you're going to see that they had a little bit different technique with the handle, and they did a full sharpened edge as well instead of doing the back of the blade where I put a sharpening tool, etc. Don't get me wrong. No. You'll be collecting this set. Well, thank you very much for your support. So do you guys want to see the rock hopper though? Do you guys want to see what I did with the rock hopper? DBD, if you watched DBD's live over the weekend, he did share a picture of it. Does my Carta have a tendency to chip when you shape it? Just curious. No. I have not experienced any chipping or anything with my Carta. My Carta shapes fairly easy. I'm looking for a blade of mine that has my Carta. I don't have. Oh wait, yes I do. Let's take this one. I have. Oh well, I have this one too. So like my Hawk, that's burlap micarta, and I have not experienced any chipping. It's because of the method of how they make micarta, with it being a fiber layer in between it, the resin, it makes it very hard. That's why micarta is pretty cool. So I haven't experienced any chipping or any voids or anything like that in micarta. Now with the GL Hansen and Sons stuff, I've noticed some voids in one of the materials that I got, so we'll see how that turns out. I started putting Sasquatch wax on my Carta. Yeah. Sasquatch wax, the Mad wax, Wicked wax. I have Wicked wax, and I really love it for if your micarta starts to look dried out and worn, you just rub a little bit of that on there and brings it right back to being nicey nice. Because I have the prototype thistle that was done at the beginning of this year, and that's burlap micarta as well. And I don't have any issues with chipping on just kind of micarta like that. So yes, show the rock hoppers. Okay, I will. Whoa, member for 5 months. And Trouble Bunny, thank you so much. That is awesome. Talon, salute to you, my friend. Thank you so much for that. Member for 5 months. How cool is that? That's awesome. All right. So you guys want to see the John Paul Trujillo? What's going on, man? Bolt butter. There you go. Bolt butter. Mr. Fluffy, what's going on? Wax works on porous material. Yeah. You can use it on all kinds of stuff. It protects the blade. It does all that kind of stuff. Just don't do what Urban does. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Let's see the rock hoppers, shall we? You want to see the rock hoppers? We will see the rock hoppers. Okay, are you guys ready? I hope you're ready, because it's going to be very different than what you guys are used to. So this is the rock hopper design. It is the same blade shape overall, but the handle is very different. which is fine. They kind of rounded this way instead of it just being a rounded handle, which I'm cool with. They sent me this picture and I signed off on it. I think it's going to be really awesome, and I almost want to take this and start doing it on my own rock copper designs and start changing that handle shape on that. It's kind of what I kind of like what they did with it. And it's going to, the grind is going to be all of the blade. This is all going to be sharpened edge down here at the bottom, but plenty of space for your finger here, so you'll be away from the blade. So I think that is going to be pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think about it, but these, I think the rock coppers will probably drop before the Thorns, I would think, since they said the rock coppers are done and they're just waiting for handles or for sheaths. So I'm hoping the rock coppers will drop before the Thorns. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. They never gave me a timeline on what and how and when. So I don't know. Does that work for you, Jim? That works well for me. Awesome. What's up, 1931 Leatherworks? What's going on? NFK20, what's going on? How are you? You dig it? All right. He digs it. I hope taco sheaths, Rory. I have pressed them on doing taco sheaths. They did it for the Bloom. I hope they do it for the rock coppers and the Thorns. If they don't, I will be severely disappointed. I will say that. I will be 100% disappointed if they do it any other way but a taco sheath. I'll be totally disappointed with that. So hopefully they won't disappoint me with that one. And Rory says yes. Salvo Zen, hello, welcome in. That converts to 2.6 inch blade and a 5.72 inch overall. Yeah, so it's roughly about the size of a rock copper, which is fine. Yeah, it's going to be a nice small size blade, just like I like, and everything else will be good. What's up, Jesse? Welcome in. So what do you guys think? I think it gets me really excited to see what they're going to make of that. So that's going to be the new Kubi rock copper that will hopefully be available before the end of the year. They're going to be out very, very soon, I hope. If all they're doing is the sheaths, then they're just going to sheaths and put them all together and start boxing them all up. And then hopefully they'll be available on that. And then we will see. I'm expecting a limited edition with limited safety Crocs. No, that's a very, very special edition. Only I get those. I'll be messing with my Crocs. It bothered me as an American to buy American that they don't include inches on their dimensions. Yeah, I know. They do everything in millimeters. So a funny story, when we were doing the Blooms, they sent me a design like that. And I had to convert that just to make sure that they were right. But the first Bloom that they sent me was going to be about that much bigger. It was going to be bigger than the Bloom XL. It was like the Bloom double XL. And it was going to be ridiculous. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. That's way too big. We need to dial that back. And they did. And it ended up being absolutely perfect. It actually ended up being absolutely perfect. I like the little spoon in the spine. Yeah. So that's on the original rock copper. They all have a little bit of a dip on the spine. Let me pull out mine. So all of the rock coppers kind of have that little boop, this little area right in here. But for me, I have more of a rounded, so they just kind of read redid the handle a little bit to come up and then a little bit rounded in the back. So they just did that, and then they brought the sharpened edge all the way to the back, which it's still going to be far enough away from your hand, but this is my personal rock hopper. That's my personal rock hopper. Mick Ranger, what's going on, Mick Ranger? How are you? Ooh. Which one are we owing about? See, I know, Byron. You, and after meeting you in person, I know why. I'll just say that. I totally understand. Holy cow. What? Blue, that looks awesome. Heck yeah, I'm sharing that. I'm going to share that. I got to pull it up, and then I'll share it. You guys want to see what Illuminati's working on? Let's doing a little laser. Heck yeah. Oh, dude. Wait. Oh, that's badass. That's awesome. That is awesome, dude. What did you do? What did you do? No one sent me some cowboy Crocs for my birthday at the beginning of October. Nice. Blue, are you good with me sharing that? I'll just ask before I do, because that's killer. You guys want to see what Bluminati's working on? He just sent me some pictures. That's cool. I'm gonna show it anyway. So Bluminati, go for it. All right, let's go for it. Hold on. Before I do, let's pull up that, and then I'll go then I'll do this. Check that out. He is doing some laser I guess it's laser etching. Doing some laser etching on some knife scales. Turned out like that. That's awesome. Man, those look really good, Blue. Those look really good. Check that out. Yeah, that turned out awesome. That's Civivi Brazen. Is that what that is? That's awesome. And then, what did you do? Look at that. You got the Bloom. We got the Bloom leather stickers. Oh, dude. Oh, man. You're just too much. Too much. That's freaking awesome. I love that Bloom sticker. I love that Bloom sticker. I still have a couple of these laying around, and it is absolutely awesome. Bluminati Ninja makes these, and it is really, really cool. And I have to share this. Hold on. I have to share this. So I don't know if you guys were here or joined me on my last live from the shop. And this last Thursday was live from the shop. And I was in the shop working. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I should see what you guys are saying. Those leather blooms look great. Yeah, they turned out really good, Byron. He is very talented. Yeah. The Bloom chip. Yeah, it's like a leather sticker. So it's just like a leather sticker, Jim. They're really cool, really stinking cool. So if you guys were in my live stream from the shop, or any of my live streams for the shop, or any of my shop videos, you know I have a bottle of blue fluid that I use for a lot of my hand sanding. Oh man, it took about 45 minutes to do the scales. That's it's not terrible. You're laser etching, so yeah, that's not terrible. You guys know I have a bottle of blue liquid, and I ended up putting some tape on it to cover up the logo because I'm not advertising you people. So I did that. But Bluminati, being the friendly neighborhood ninja that he is, sent me something at the end of that live stream that I think is absolutely hilarious. And I'm trying to figure out how I need to play with it and shrink it so I can print it in color. Let me know when the stakes are done. I'll be right over. Yeah, let's get that together. So Bluminati, he sent me this. Which is absolutely hilarious. If you guys don't find that funny, I'm sorry, but I find this so funny. He sent me this, and I can't get it on there fast enough on this bottle. So Aries Magic Fluid. So funny. So yeah, you had to do work early. Well, I just shared that now, Jim. You didn't see it. It was just he sent that to me after the stream, but you've been in the live streams and seen that blue bottle sitting there. And I've taped it up and I wrote Magic Fluid on there just as a joke to put Magic Fluid on the bottle. And the Bluminati just takes it to the next level and creates my own thing. So yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. If it's blue, you may want to get that checked out. Yeah. It's so funny. Yeah. It's awesome. Needs a caption under it. Put that shit on everything. It's so funny. Yeah, I can't. I printed, so I have it printed up, but it printed in black and white because I did it on my label printer so I can stick it. But my label printer doesn't print in color, so I have to print it. I need to shrink it down and print it in color and tape it on. Oh, Blue, that had me, man. That was funny. You're awesome, Illuminati. So, anyway, that is that. So stinking cool. So much fun. This community never ceases to amaze me every single time. You guys never cease to amaze me with the stuff that you come up with. It's awesome. Clear patching. Yeah, I know. I have some clear packing tape. So just color it and just put it on there. So, and then print one every time I have to get a new bottle. I just print that up. It'll be awesome. Master of Nothing sounds like a character from my stories. Yeah. What's up, Mad Yoko? What's going on, man? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, because there's a story behind it, but I'm not going to go into all of that. But yeah, Bluminati is awesome. So cool that he did that. Oh, man. Fading fast. All right. So I talked to you guys about the Thorns. So let's talk about knives that I have here for review, or knives that I need to get boxed up and sent out, because the reviews are done. I shared with you that one already, and I'll show it to you again. But let's talk a little bit about this stuff that I have in from Pickled Steel. I have a couple things in from Pickled Steel, and I know Kelly's Mishmash is in here, so she can help me with my ridiculousness and questions that you guys might have. First up is this really cool fixed blade, which is a part of Aldo's collection. This is a Bill Blixen here. Blixen Blades Custom, and there's the website that you guys can check them out. Possibly will be a future production blade moving forward with Pickled Steel. I know he's hit some setbacks with trying to get some stuff done, including the Pickled Steel gargoyle. So he's trying to put my gargoyle into a folder. But this thing is pretty stinking cool. Now, it's not an EDC by any means, but if it's a destination knife, hunting, fishing, camping, type of bushcrafting knife, this would be perfect. And this is a full custom done by Blixen Blades, and they did an amazing job on this. This is really cool. You got the OD green micarta with the red liners, and I don't know what coating that they put on this blade, but it's done very well, really well. Handle is a nice size, so I have my 4 fingers, and the jimping is aggressive, and I like how they did the jimping right here on the first part of the handle there. Jimping is very aggressive, and it gives you plenty of space in the hand. So, and then they did the texturing on the micarta where they just drilled out some holes on it. It looks like the texture of the moon. Very good. Yeah, well, I'm not Brian. It depends on how you like your EDC. Yeah, I'm not Bluminati, but this for me personally would not be an EDC knife. But to each his own. That could be yours. I know other people have opinions on that. Looks a lot like a bead blast. Yeah, it kind of does, but it almost looks coated. Like it looks like it's coated with something. I don't know, but it could be just a bead blast. Definitely, I like the finish. And if that's a bead blasted finish, then I need to get a bead blasting machine because I really like that finish. But really cool. Texturing is good, gives it grip on the handle, and possibly a future production model with Pickled Steel. So I have not done any cutting or carrying. This is part of Aldo's personal collection, so I'm not going to do that. I like what they did with the sheath, with the double loops, the leather loops. They are a little flimsy, but I think on the belt that will correct itself fairly well, and it'll end up being a nice scout carry for something. So what are you saying? That's kind of a, oh, is that a signature they do on all their handles? Okay, cool. So again, check out Blixen Blades. There's their website. If you're interested, it's pretty cool. So there you go. They even have a website, and Kelly's Mishmash is on the ball, on the ball. You can tell the South African guys actually use their blades. Yeah. You can definitely tell with what they do. Show with Bill Cosby as a kid. I do not remember that. Little Bill? Oh, that was a show? Okay. Cosby Kids? I didn't know that. I know he did a lot of the voices on like Fat Albert, but the next up is this killer thing from Pickled Steel. Now, Kelly, Typhon, is that Typhon or Typhoon? I know I'm messing it up, but there we go. Check that thing out. Full grind on that blade. Very nice blade shape. Titanium, carbon fiber. This is a prototype, guys. This is a prototype in M390. Not all of them. The production models are not going to be this. The production are going to be in D2 in black micarta and green micarta. And based on the pictures, Typhon. Okay, Typhon pronunciation. Thank you. I'm a dodo brain, and I see that, and then I automatically want to go Typhoon. Typhon. Sorry, Aldo, if you're watching. Sorry, he's in bed. No poon. no oon. But yeah, so that thing is awesome. I would love to see a premium version in this. I would love to see this in production. It's a pretty large knife. I mean, I'm getting 4 fingers on there comfortably, and this thing is really nice. And this one is a top button lock. So this is just a regular button lock, but based on the notes, the models coming out are going to be a top liner button lock, which is even cooler. But the action is amazing. The performance is awesome on this thing. The designer of this is Jonathan Jacobs is the designer. But yeah, it's really, really cool. So it is the Typhon, but it's spelled, the spelling is right. It's just, a South African thing, I guess. Typhoon has a long O sound. Yes. That came out like harpoon, but weirdos. Yes. I love the lines. Yeah, the lines on this one are awesome. It's in Drew's favorite steer M390. Cult members unite. Yeah. Needs S90V. Well, yes. If he would do S90V as a premium option, people would pay for it. I think that's the thing. But Aldo is passionate about offering us budget blades at grade prices. That's where he likes to offer. That's why he does a lot of stuff in D2, micarta G10. But this thing, I know, Kelly, you had everything to do with this right now, because Kelly had to take this knife. Somebody did some questionable things to it, and she had to take the whole thing apart, clean it all up, put it all back together, detune it. And Kelly, if this is what you do with tuning your knife, that thing is awesome. To get a button lock to just be that snappy, I mean, and it locks up every single time. So excellent job. Excellent job on that. Let's see. S90V. Everybody loves a good poon. Yes. Or MagnaCut. Yeah, that would be awesome too, Jim. I've been multitasking, ordering a purple tiger stripe sheath that 3-Feather EDC had on his website for my Kaiser plasmids. Yes, I saw that. He is doing some killer stuff, 3-Feathers EDC. And next year, if you get on the books, that's going to be an offering. You can get yourself a 3-Feather sheath instead of a Kydex sheath. So it's an upcharge, but it's another offering that we could do. Can never get enough poon. Whoa. Took it swimming in oil. Yeah. I was part of some of that conversation. Stephen Parks, hello. I honestly should do more videos of me taking apart and cleaning knives, etc. Yeah, I'm sure with your collection, you probably should have done the video on that. That would have been a perfect example of fixing somebody's mistakes. Let's just say that. Who didn't know any better. How about that? The next one I'm going to need your help with. J1, what's going on? How far behind in the chat am I? Wow. Brown Sugar. Did I say hello to you? Hi, Brown Sugar. Adventure 50. What's going on? Rob's Nerdy Knives. What is up? You guys missed all the Thorns. You've been up on the 70. Oh, you got me on the big TV? That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Yeah, we're there. I got some grays. Working on videos and listening. Awesome, Rob. That's what I usually do too. I'm usually just got a live stream on and just editing and doing stuff I didn't think about it until after I had it apart. Yeah, no, that happens to me all the time. So no worries. You taking it down for language. Yeah, I'm sure she would have to be editing a bunch of colorful language, but you can just say, yeah, I'm cursing. So anyway, the last one from Pickled Steel that I got is this. And this is the prototype Blood Eagle that has been going around. This thing is pretty awesome. Now, I am not a self-defense tactical kind of carry person, so I kind of get lost with the ring. I kind of get lost with the ring. I'm going to put that in my pocket. It has this nice wire clip, and on the production, which are available now, I think Kelly will correct me because she knows what's available and what's not. It is reversible, so you get a reversible clip, but you have that much sticking out of your pocket. And I don't know, that's kind of annoying for me. And then the production has the reverse hook, so you can catch the pocket and pop the blade out as you're pulling it out of your pocket, and it's ready. And you know, it will serve that purpose, I guess. If you're into that carry, yes, this is an amazing self-defense weapon, I guess you could say. But here's one thing, just for me personally, I would have loved to have had an option that you could take the ring off. Now, I don't know if you can. Kelly, maybe you can answer that. Can you take the ring off? I don't think you can. I think you have to have the ring on. I think this would still be pretty awesome with no ring, because I don't mind the blade shape as it is. It's a really cool box opener, a really good cutter. The action is absolutely amazing on this thing. I really like the micarta. The micarta he uses is excellent. So this is going to be in black micarta and OD green micarta. And I believe the blade will always be D2 steel. So we got the D2 steel on that. But let me catch up, make sure Kelly's not correcting everything I'm saying. Ooh, I want that. See? Yeah. So the karambit style is awesome. So yeah, if this is your thing, they're available, I think, right now on Pickled Steel's website. So it would be pretty cool. I would definitely have to mute myself. Yeah, definitely. They're available. You just don't have any. So they would have to get shipped over from South Africa, which might take a little longer to get here, but they are available. So on the website, I think it's $52. So $52. It's like $51 and change. So basically $52. This thing is available on Pickled Steel's website. With the name Blood Eagle, they should have a larger sax style. Yeah. Have you seen what? Yes, I have seen what you have in your pockets. This would go with your Raptor very well, Blue. A little sticking out ain't gonna hurt. No. Yeah, to each his own. No live stream tonight. I did a 5K for breast cancer Wednesday. I'm exhausted. That's all right. Adventure 50. You can take a week off. I took a week off the other day with my makerspace. Yes, you can. You can? Awesome. So you can take the ring off. So the screws, will the screws stick out? Like, I'm just curious on how that works. I don't know. I haven't taken it apart or anything because that's not what I'm supposed to do. Let's put it this way. I was told you can remove the ring. Okay. Well, I was sent another ring, but in the production, you're only getting the G10 ring. I haven't taken it apart to see if it's possible, but I wouldn't mind this without the ring. Because I'm never, I don't think I'm not trained in this, but I'm never one for self-defense with a knife. I don't see a knife as initially self-defense, but I know that they are. But like I said, it does come with that little reverse hook on it, so that when you are pulling it on your pocket, you can 100% pull it out of your pocket. The blade will come out, and you are ready. You're ready to defend whatever you need to defend. Your beef jerky, your Slurpee, your, I don't know, whatever food you need to defend, you could do that. I know some of them you could take the ring off, but I don't know if you can on that one. Yeah, I don't know, Roger. It has screws on that side and it has screws on that side. It kind of depends where the threads are. Are they in the steel liner and they go into the ring so the ring can't come out, or do they go all the way through? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like that's my question too, Kelly. Like, they didn't give us anything to replace that ring with. If there was like a little backspacer or something to fit in there, it'd be cool. And by the way, Adventure 50, good for you doing that to help the cancer. That's awesome. So that's awesome. I did, and I wear the shirt all the time in the shop. I used to be heavily involved with the Cancer Society doing an event called Relay for Life. I don't even know if they do it anymore. It's a 24-hour event, or it's an overnight 12-hour event. And you have teams, and you go do it in the middle of a football field, and a member of your team has to be walking the entire 12 hours that you do it. So it's a really cool event. And I was team captain at my elementary school that I worked at. For a couple of years. I did it for 3 or 4 years, and then I kind of fell out of it, and then I did it with some other companies, and then it just became a lot of work, and then it kind of fell by the wayside. What time is it? Oh, time for me to talk. There's probably barrel spacers. Maybe blue. There's not a lot of room in there though, but anyway, that would be cool. That is cool. So those are the 3 I have in from Pickled Steel, and a review will be coming out shortly, and I'm going to be shipping those off to the next person very, very soon. I will defend my Reese's Cups. I assume the ring has barrel spacers in it. If they do, then I guess the barrel spacers can come out, and you can do the barrel spacers. I don't know. Let me look at one thing though. Are they in here? So this was sent in that package, and this is just a brass ring, and there's no barrel spacers or anything unless you have to pull them out of the G10 and slide them into that. So maybe, I don't know, if it's the barrel spacers, then that totally would make sense, and I could just put the barrel spacers in there. So I don't say how. Yeah, I haven't taken it apart. Someone after my Reese's Cup won't get into the knife range. They will be stopped before they get that close. We are defending over peanut butter cups, people. Hey, what's up, Dwayne Letterman? What's going on? The Reese's Oreos. Well, I haven't seen them, Jim. We'll have to do that. Uh-oh. What did you send me now? Oh, you cleaned up that picture? That's awesome. I'll have to save that later. Yep, that's a much cleaner picture. I want to find those. Also sounds awesome. Reese's and Oreos to yummers. Yep, it sounds delicious. I've had a lot of women who were close to me with breast cancer, so I personally, yeah, I've had experiences with cancer, and I 100% tried my best to support. And I've raised thousands of dollars for the local heart or cancer society, so it's cool. Uh-oh, we're talking food. All right. The Orlock backspacer has removable bear spacers in it. Oh, good to know, guys. There you go. If you have an Orlock, there you go. I also have this in. I shared it as my carry today. This is the Azusa or AZUSA Eldorado. And man, I am really kicking myself for missing the drop on these. They are awesome. Vanax steel. This blue micarta is done very nice. I really like the blue micarta. Contoured scales. That excellent choke up position. I mean, the handle is pretty big alone, but that choke up position, if you're going to do a choke up position, that is a choke up position. That is a choke up position. The jimping is a little aggressive for me. It is definitely almost a sawback. I mean, it is pretty sharp, but if you're wearing gloves in the winter, etc., that's definitely going to be some grippy stuff. But that jimping is awesome. They have the swedge up there as well, so it does get a little thin. And it does have a little bit of curve right here in the spine of the blade going down to the tip. There's a slight curve and a nice blade shape and that nice thin handle. I don't mind that nice thin handle. I can see how it's a little bit thin for some people, but it's done very well. Black G10 backspacer. It is a liner lock, and you disengage that lock, you better get your finger out of the way because that blade is falling. And my only negative complaint is when that blade falls, it is going to hit your finger. It will hit your finger. There is no way out of it. So that thing just falls shut. So you got to get your finger out of the way or turn it upside down and make sure your finger's out of the way. But thumb studs are excellent, and overall, a really, really killer blade. And I don't know where they're selling these. Maybe you guys do. The website says that they are all sold out. But how stinking cool is that? That is the AZUSA or Azusa. Why can I not remember? My brain is going. My brain is just gone. What is? I just said it. I just said it. Eldorado. The Eldorado. So, I don't mess with people's peanut butter and chocolate items. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. My daughter and I watched E.T. today. Reese's Pieces. Yes. That's awesome. Is there any aftermarket for Kubi Bloom scales? Not that I know of, James. Not that I know of. I don't think anybody's done anything with them yet. And I'm not going to do it. So don't ask me. Oh, I'm not doing that. Mom and Aunt Maritza are survivors, not the pink DSKF. Yep. There you go, Jim. Note. Yep. Yep. So anyway, we have the Eldorado. I also have in a couple Kubis. We have the Kubi hamster. This got me. This got me. The Kubi hamster is just ridiculous. I don't know. That blade shape Tonto thing is pretty killer. The nice milling on the titanium is pretty fun. I can see why they call it the hamster. Big, tall handle, tall blade, kind of that big Tonto blade. That thing is a beast. Titanium frame lock, pretty thin. It's not contoured or anything, but it's a nice thin carry, which I guess you have to do. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I know we're playing with blade shapes and we're playing with all of these things, but this is just, I don't know. It's out there. That is definitely out there. But to each his own. We have a hollow grind and a flat. So where it's a hollow here, you have the flat, you have the nice milled out lines right there on top of the blade, which I think is a signature of the designers, which are forgot what the name of them are, but it's pretty cool. You need to get into NAS Little Lulu. It's very compatible to the TRM tag-along. Yes, I have seen it, and I'm very interested in grabbing one. It's just a little tough. Just a little tough for me to do that. I see a fantastic deal on the Bloom at Chicago Knife Works for the Ultim version. It's 30% off. Chicago Knife Works has the Bloom now? That's awesome. I didn't know they had the Bloom. I only thought White Mountain Knives had the Bloom. So that's cool. I'm going to look that up. Chicago. I didn't know they had them. Oh, I don't see anything. Oh, Kubi Bloom fixed blade in Ultim. Their price was $64. White Mountain Knives, you were getting them for about 50, 51. So they must have just got those in because they don't even have the images up on their site yet. So that's cool. I didn't know they had them. That's excellent. Hamster, that looks nothing like a Kia Soul. Yeah. I don't know, Byron. I don't know. Some people love it. The action is good. The everything is quality. I'm not saying any of that. I find it interesting that it's 14C, and I don't know if this is aluminum or titanium. I might be speaking out of turn. It feels like titanium, but I have to look at the website. I just got this in, and I haven't had a chance to really look at all the specs on it. I believe on the box it said titanium, though. I could be wrong. No, it says titanium. So it's 14C 28N blade steel with titanium handles, which is an interesting combination. So it's cool. But I'm not a major fan of that blade shape. I'll just be honest with you guys. It's funky. It is funky and it's out there. That is for sure. The next one, though, I am definitely interested in. Oh, 64 and then 35% off. Awesome. That's a better deal. Well, let's see. Do you have to do anything? Oh, get 30%. Okay, so they give you a code to get 35% off. So that's cool. That's awesome. That gives you a really good deal. Really good deal. So go get a Bloom. You want an Ultim Bloom? Go to Chicago Knife Works. They have Ultim Blooms. Where is my Ultim Bloom? Ba-doop. You can get the Ultim Bloom. Chicago Knife Works. They have it. You get a pretty cool deal. That ends up being under $50 for one. So that's not terrible. That's not terrible. I saw your video 8050. Check it out a bit. That's cool. Actually, I like it because it's unique. Good fifth pocket carry for me. Byron likes big knives. He likes big knives. $41.60. You guys got to go get it. If you don't have your Bloom yet, you got to go get a Bloom. You got to go get a Bloom. You won't be disappointed. But this is the next one that I really like. It's the same designer. And crud, I forgot the name of this. This is the KB Knives Ajera. So this is the KB Knives Ajera. That thing is cool. It's got the nice milled titanium flame anode handles, done very well. Got that nice blade shape, which I can roll with this blade shape a little bit more than that other thing, but done very well. Little small for probably some people, but I don't know. That choke up position is good and nice blade. Got titanium. The blade steel is M390. So it's M390. It is awesome. So that thing has got me. I'm I really like this thing. I've carried it in my pocket once. Front flipper, which is great, but the thumb studs work amazing. So I don't really need the front flipper. I'm not amazing at front flipper. They did the nice jimping right here on top of the spine, but that thing is really cool. Nice milled clip, and all that milling they did on that. Look at that. That is pretty killer. Pretty killer. So I got those two. You're going to go get one, James McCann? Awesome. Go get one. That is awesome. If that's your fifth pocket knife, let's see, man. You don't want to see it. It's too big. Yeah, the milling is awesome on that one. And then the last one that I have here for on the channel for me to do anything with is the Balliste, the new breed EDC designed Balliste. So I am not much of a balisong guy, as you can tell. Let's see, how does this go? So, but I'm getting it. I can get it out. I can do this, and I'm not going to put the blade on it because I like my fingers and my hands and everything, but it is pretty cool. New breed EDC designed a balisong with Kubi. So this is the Kubi Balliste. Really cool. It does come with a blade, which I will show you the blade, but I'm not going to put it on just because I'm just not going to put the blade on. But yep, it comes with this nice, very well done blade, which I'm not going to. What the heck? Oh, I see what happened. So it has that blade, which is done very well in 14C. So there you go. A nice blade, but I'm not going to put the blade in because I will definitely hurt myself. And I don't want to hurt myself. I just don't want to hurt myself for a balisong. I'm just not going to do it. I love Loot. I love Mark. He does awesome stuff, but it's just not going to happen. So just not going to happen. I'm hoping they come back out with the KD Folklore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything. I can barely have them do anything with my knives, let alone another design. The bloom is great. I gave one to my daughter's boyfriend and ordered another one in Ultima, of course. Awesome, Mick. Thank you so much. I probably shouldn't be doing this right here. I have all the thorns in it. I don't do Halloween, so I don't have a Halloween costume. I managed to snag one of the best front flippers in my collection. Awesome. That's awesome, Jim. Yeah, it was a nice project for him. I don't know if he really talked about it too much, but I like that he added the trainer blade on there because not everybody is, proficient, and you can at least practice and get good without worried about smacking your hand on the blade. And I am definitely not a bally guy, but I'm getting it to where I'm not smacking the top of my hand with the blade anymore, which is why I haven't put the blade on it. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have. Please remember, all the Thorns are coming on Wednesday. I shared all the Thorns already. So for those of you guys who coming in a little late, I'm sorry, but I already shared all of the Thorns that are going to be dropping Wednesday, the 29th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Etsy store. There's going to be 7 of these. 4 are going to be in different camo carbons in AEB-L, and 3 of them are going to be in 80 CRV2 with the Turbo Glow Carbon Waves ADCRV2 blades. So those are all going to be dropping on the Etsy store, guys. So make sure that you are ready for that drop. They're going to be coming. Posted a picture of the goulash we were eating and watching your video. Thanks, Rory. I'll check that out when I'm done. But what do you guys say we do a giveaway? We got 15 minutes. Let's do a quick giveaway. I have a bunch of stuff in this package here that I want to give away. And let's go through it real quick, and then we'll do a numbers game. So I have had these stickers just sitting here. I don't even remember where they came from, but I'm going to throw these into the giveaway. You're going to get an AriesEDC sticker, Weldon Carey, Mad Yoko, Adventure 50, Twisted Sis, Raybo 34, a BEDC sticker, Stacy Bolster Blades 2025. How about the Warren Blades to You knife sticker? That thing is pretty cool. I'm going to give away that. Illuminati Ninja sticker, a Kelly's Paracord sticker, and of course, Pickled Steel. So you can get 2 Pickled Steel stickers with that. And we're going to have some fun with this one. I'm going to give away this knife donated to the channel by Rory, the Revo. So this, I don't know what the name of it is. It's just a Revo knife. Oh, there we go. There's your information on that. This is the Berserk carry in G10. But it's free. It's free. Look, guys, it's free. And this is the knife. Pretty crazy out there knife, but check that thing out. That thing is really cool. G10 liner lock. And that blade is out there. 9CR blade steel, but it's free. It's free. It's a giveaway, guys. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So let's do this. Let me get my little trusty pad out, and we're going to do the numbers game. The numbers game is simple enough. It is closest without going over. You must have a U.S. mailing address. You must have one channel, no multiple channels. You get one guess only, again, without going over. I am shipping a knife, so a U.S. mailing address. You must be 18 years or older. You know, I like Maddie's rule of someone who we recognize, which I think most of the people that are in here, where did my pen go? There it is. That I pretty much recognize most of you guys. So that is cool. My favorite color, I like a nice dark blue is usually my favorite color. I don't know why I always go with it, but that's my favorite color. Why? What's up, SE Knife Monkey? What's going on? All right, so we're going to do that. Let me write down a range. And all right. So again, let me go over the rules. And do that. All right. So you must have a U.S. mailing address. One guess over only. 18 years of age or older. I have it right there. And yep, there we go. Numbers game, one guess only. Closest without going over. A U.S. mailing address, yada, yada, yada. I think most of you guys know the rules. If there's a tie, we just do it again. It's very easy. So are you guys ready? Are you ready? I'm going to type in the chat, the range, and then we will get to voting. All right. You ready? All right. Pa-pa! There we go. Your range is 200 to 600. 200 to 600. That is your range. So we will see who is going to be the winner of this cool giveaway. Turd burglars will be banned. Yeah. I like how Matisfaction does it. He's like, if you win and I don't recognize your name, we'll just do it again. Which is interesting. I like how he does it. He's like, you have to be known in the community before you can win something. You come back next week and remember, then you can win. So I kind of like, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. You know, no turd burglars, no just lurkers who just are there for the win and you don't recognize their name. And then you find the knife on eBay or whatnot or whatever, you know, that's kind of BS. So G52 final answer. Look at that. Playing for O Father, playing for B Shade. Is O Father here? I didn't see O Father. Known lurkers accepted. Yeah. If you're a lurker, that's fine. I don't mind, but you know, you shouldn't lurk. You just come in and say hi. You say hi one time, everybody says hi to you, and then you're done. There's no problems with that. Sean Batts, 267. All right, let's see. I'm looking. I'll give you guys, let's give you guys another 30 seconds, and we will see what's going on. Delta Foxtrot, that's the winning numbers. That's funny. All right, let's see some stops. As soon as we see some stop signs, looks like everybody's getting, make sure you get your votes in, everybody. I'll give you guys 10 seconds and then a moderator can throw up some stop signs and we will see who our winner is. I will release the name. There we go. We have some stop signs. Matisfaction will accept you if someone vouches for you. Yeah, see? That's a good rule. That's not a bad rule. That gets around it. He's a fair guy. So the winning number is 216. I went really low. So 216 is the winning number. I've been skinning a deer. Awesome. So 216. All right. So let's see where we are. I went way too far in the chat. Hold on. All right. 216. Let's see. Did anybody in the twos? 267. 275, 267. So it looks like Sean, right? Sean Batts. 216 is low. Yeah, it was 216 was the number, but it looks like Sean Batts is going to be our winner. Yeah, I did a large range. Come on. Carpe diem. Everyone is over. Yeah, everybody's over. Oh, I see what I did there. Okay, let me do it again. I'm a dodo brain. Okay, we'll do it again. Nobody won. Nobody won. Sorry. This is my brain, guys. I'm done. I'm done. No, Sean Batts didn't win because he was over. Because I went the wrong direction, I guess. All right, let's try this. We're gonna go again. We're gonna go again. I picked another number. I'm sorry. You guys ready? All right, look, there it is. We're gonna do the same range, the exact same range. Well, yeah, we'll do the exact same range. I know there's not a lot of people in here. So, yeah, I know, without going over. And everybody's over. I was wondering why you guys were all saying everybody's over. Well, hold on. What number did I write down? I'm scrapping that. We're going to go, I'll shorten the range. Okay. All right. No, I'm going to change it up. Sorry, Kelly. I'm just going to mess everybody up. Same rules apply. Closest without going over. Yada yada. Mishima. Blah 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 blah. Okay. This is your range. 400 to 600. 400 to 600 is my range. My brain is fried, guys. My body is fried. My brain is fried. And I have to go to work tomorrow. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be like all day. Whew, man. All right. 400 to 600 is your range. Let's start over again. Final answer. All right. Well, I need to clean up my mess here. While you guys are doing that and making fun of me, that's cool. I'm good with it. I'm going to put the Thorns all up here. I got pictures of all of them. And I'll start posting all the pictures tomorrow. Some of the pictures. Again, you guys are going to get the cool Thorn stickers. All right. Let me clean up. I usually do this after my live stream, but I'll do it now. Whew, man. All right. I'll give you 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. And then one of my moderators can throw up some stop signs. So make sure you're getting your vote in. Make sure you're getting your vote in. 400 to 600 is the range. 400 to 600 is the range. Man. You guys are awesome that play for other people. That's awesome. All right. I don't see any stop signs yet. As soon as we see stop signs, we're going to be done, guys. So make sure to get your votes in. Cool knife, a bunch of stickers. And it's free. It's a free win. What else do you want? All right, we got Kelly's mishmash. So no more votes. No more votes, please. The winning number was 576. So 576 is the winning number. So let's see. 576. We got 545. 567. Jay Corscata with 570. Jay, you're the winner. 570. Congratulations, Jay. Are you in here still? Jay? I don't see him. Are you here? Jay going once. Jay Corscata. Scadden. I'm probably butchering your name. I'm sorry. There he is, Jay. Jay, you can reach out to me on Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram with your info saying that you won tonight. or you can email me, AriesEDC@gmail.com. Again, AriesEDC@gmail.com. You can shoot me an email, or you can hit me up on Instagram and let me know that you won tonight's giveaway. So very cool. You guys, thank you. You're awesome. Thank you to Rory, DSKFS, for sending in all of this cool stuff that I'm able to give away for you guys. So that is awesome. And make sure that you guys, if you're looking at a Thorn or interested in one of the 7 Thorns, again, Wednesday, October 29th, 5 p.m. Eastern time, dropping on the Etsy store. So make sure you follow the Etsy store and you are ready for that drop. I'm looking forward to the Rock Hoppers and Thorns coming out in the near future, and Chicago Knife Works. If you're interested in a Ultim Bloom, you can pick it up for under $50 right now at Chicago Knife Works. Use the code that they give you, get a great deal on a really great knife. So thank you guys all. You are awesome. Please make sure you subscribe. You hit that like button. Maybe when it's over, leave a comment or not. Again, that choice is always yours. Later, guys. We'll see you on the next.